And we're right back. So yeah, like I said, welcome to another wonderful episode of Batman Radio. Um, so yeah, I mean, basically, all my efforts, all my hard work is to move forward and expand. Um, I'm not focused on anything else. I'm just focused on expanding. You know, like I said, I mean, I build businesses. I know what I'm doing, and like I said, I tried to tell you folks. I literally tried to tell you folks, you know what I mean? Folks never wanted to listen. And I never really tried to explain because I'm a genius. It should be easy to see that I'm a genius. You know what I mean? And like I said, it was just like when I was working in the labor market up there in Austin. You understand? And it was the same way. And a lot of people would overcompensate or they would role reverse. Like it's been a long time coming, man. Seeing in the readings and downloads, it says it's been a long time coming. It says that there's about to be, a big change and some moves made. And it keeps talking about my divine spouse. So, I don't know if maybe things are finally coming together. I hope. Um, I don't know. I would like to be in the know-how. I would like to know what's going on. And like I said, I mean, all folks got to do is, donate and leave a phone number or something. Say something. Let me know what's going on. But like I said, um, I've just been moving forward on my own. I've been progressing nonstop. That's what I do. I progress nonstop. Um, you know, with me, I hear a lot of talking, man, and like it's funny to me because like I try to have conversations with people, and within the conversation, it's like they're not really hearing what I'm saying, and then they want to speak, and like I'm telling them how things go, and this is how I do things, and then they're trying to kind of dance around that and do things their way. All I do is just block the number and keep it pushing. I mean, like I can unblock it at some point if I want to talk to them, like if they're going to do anything for me. But the thing is, I'm a really busy dude. I'm a busy man. I don't have time for small talk. I don't have time. When folks, like I said, when somebody gives me their word, a man is supposed to keep his word. You know what I mean? Like I think folks have too much time on their hands. I really do. Like it's priorities. You know what I mean? Priorities, brother. All y'all, it's priorities, man. Like the priorities should be like if you telling me you're gonna, like whatever, you support me, you trying to help me out, whatever, like, well then I mean what's like what's taking so long? It's not difficult. And that's my attitude basically with everything, and that's what folks gotta understand. Folks have to move on my time. I have too much power, and me, I just, I don't have time for the games. I don't have time for the folks trying to ignore reality and keep talking some fake rhetoric, and they're asking me questions and want to conversate, but like that's the thing. Like 1 minute you saying, it's this situation, and then the next minute you're changing it. I mean, I don't got time for that. So all I do is just block the numbers or block the accounts, and I just keep it pushing. It's not hard to keep your word. It's not hard to show some support. And again, it just seems like it's every excuse every time. And that's why I just really don't be talking to too many folks. You know what I mean? Because these folks are saying these things of their own accord. It's like somebody offering anything and saying they want to support, they want to help, whatever. A lot of folks have done it. And then, like I said, it's always kind of fake. And it's like, I mean, that's cool. If you want to support me in any way, shape, or form, that's fine. But it works on my terms and on my time, bro. That's the part that you're confused on, because again, you have this false perception that you keep on believing and telling yourself, and you're clearly just not seeing reality for what it is. Like I'm a real wealthy dude. I'm an extremely successful grown man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm also, the realist. Like I'm the realist, whatever. I'm the only real man who ever existed. You know what I mean? It don't get no realer than me. So my whole deal, like I don't do that, bro. I don't even have conversations like that, man. I'm all right. Like, you know what I mean? Like it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like it's priorities, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's literally folks just supporting me in any way, shape, or form, even if it was small stuff, whatever, could literally be the difference right now I mean, it could change everything. It could be the difference between me being able to really continue this business the way that I want, and me, I don't know, like whatever. I mean, you can see what it is. I mean, so I don't understand how when we're, everything is real. I mean, these are serious matters. So I mean, when folks don't want to treat any matter seriously and they don't want to help and support and do their part, I'm not in the business of hearing you keep telling me things and you can't keep your word. Like, that's not how we do things. I don't care who it is. That's number one. You know what I mean? Because that's what I'm saying. Like, literally, you right in front of me talking about this and that, but you actively, this is what everyone does. Like I told you, they're all self-serving, right? And it's only their own self-interest. So they're spending all their time doing what they need to do for them. So why are we talking? Like, that don't make sense. If you was about what I'm doing and you wanted to help and support me, as you're saying, y'all say of your own accord, then you would have been supported. Like, what are you talking about? So like I said, like, nah, no. Everything over here is official tissue, serious business. You know what I mean? And we don't entertain anything else, bro. We don't entertain anything else. We entertain reality, and we make sure we make sense and we move forward. Okay? When I say something, that's what it is. My word is law, my word is bond. Okay? And there's a reason I'm saying the things I'm saying, because I have to move very carefully, because I happen to be the prize. Okay? They literally just told me like I'm the second, copy of Jesus. That's literally what these readings are saying, and it makes perfect sense. I look a hell of a lot like him. Okay? I'm telling you, I'm the Messiah. Like, I'm not here to play games, man. You know what I mean? I don't trust nobody. You know what I mean? See, that's the thing. Like, I understand what time we're in. I understand what it is. I understand how the world is. Like, y'all may not have an investment to protect like I do, but I do. And I have an investment to protect. And you know what the investment is? Me, homie. Sure. And I'm protecting this investment at all costs. You understand? That's the difference. Just like I stand up for the truth at all costs. So, like I said, now I'm going to continue to protect the investment, which is me. I am the investment. I am the money. And that's what these folks are starting to see. And they should have seen it a long time ago. I've always had the gifts. I've always made the money. I've always ran circles around everybody. Like, what do folks talk about? You know? It took me a little bit of time, which is normal, to find my purpose. It was supposed to happen in divine timing. I did. Sometimes I just think right now, like, you have to understand, like, my mind is literally like nonstop right now. I mean, nonstop, just thinking like, how can I do this? How can I manually put this together? Like, I'm at the point, half of me wants to just, like, if I had money for a bus ticket, like, just go to New York and just, like, be out there in the street and, like, try to figure it out. Like, I want this so bad. It's unbelievable. Like, I don't think folks can really fathom or understand. Like, I would 100%, if I had any help at all. And this is the thing, is like, that's part of why, see, people think it's easy to get help or get support. It may be easy for y'all because y'all are able to move the way that you do, right? And I can't move like that. I have to be on point. See, again, I don't trust anybody. So, that's the difference between us. I'm not moving the way you moving. I'm very clean and very smooth with everything I do. I operate at peak efficiency. I have to. I'm paying attention to everything at all times. I'm a million steps ahead of everyone. You understand? And folks gotta understand, I understand what it is. And I've been through and under a lot of pressure. Okay. And that's what pressure does. Pressure with rocks forms diamonds, and I'm the jewel and the diamond in the rough, homie. But what I will say is 100%, if the public, again, because the public as a whole, there's no difference. Like, that's the thing. The public is the public. If the public want to help me, I mean, that's not hard for you to support me. You have a Cash App, a PayPal, and a Venmo. Okay, come on. That's my deal, is that folks are trying to always pretend like I'm someone I'm not. When I'm speaking to someone, if you don't hear what I'm saying, and I notice that's a recurring thing, yeah, no. What do we have to talk about? Nah, bro. I'm gonna keep pushing forward on my own and do this on my own. with God. Like I said, these folks have every avenue to support me, every avenue. You know what I mean? So there's no excuse. So, like I said, I mean, no, if I had any support from the public, financial support, and I was able to get like a bus ticket and get a little bit of money together somehow, or people gave me the funds to do a trip to New York and have the money to be able to get back, that's what I want. 100% that's what I want, because these folks don't understand I'm real enough to do it, like for real, like, but see, you still need help, like I don't know, I don't, God told me that there's going to be provisions, that basically I'm going to meet my divine spouse. It keeps telling me I'm about to meet someone that's going to change my life and change everything, and mind you, this has been leading up to it. I mean, the downloads are saying word for word, you've been seeing messages about how you're about to, move. You're about to be relocated. Like, God speaks to me every day. He uses these downloads and readings, synchronicities, butterflies, all sorts of stuff. But he be speaking to me every day, and I'm super proud of it. He tells me what's coming next, and I'm telling you that this is what's going on. I don't know how. I have no clue. I don't understand it, but I just know that God keeps on, speaking to me. He keeps on letting me know what's coming next. You know what I mean? So that's a beautiful thing. But that's all I'm saying. I'm just saying my mind is, I have no idea what's going on. So my mind is like, I don't know. They just keep saying that it's coming out of nowhere. And like, I'm going to be so blessed. It's unbelievable. You know? So I don't know if, again, I don't know what it regards. I don't know if it's the situations online. I have no idea, man. All I know is for me, I don't have any choice in the matter. This is why I wanted to talk to everyone and discuss things, right? And I've gone out my way. I've tried. You know what I mean? I have no choice but to continue to push forward on my own. And I wish I wasn't on my own in this. I wish that I had help. I wish that I had a significant other. I wish I had a girlfriend that, was a part of what I'm doing more than anything. You know what I mean? But I mean, where is it at? I mean, as of right now, I don't. I mean, a relationship, you have to talk to each other and every day, correct? You know what I mean? So, like I said, I mean, I don't want to do any of this by myself. I just haven't had a choice. You know what I mean? I'm definitely by myself in this, and I've done this all by myself, and I'm gonna continue to until somebody wants to step up and be a real woman and do their part. It's just that simple. Like, it's really not difficult, but that's the thing. Like, oh, I'm definitely gonna be working on this project. I funded this Batman project out of my own pocket, going on 3 years. My 3 year anniversary is already either already here or coming up right around the corner. I'm very proud of myself, man. I got 538 world records, which is absolutely amazing. I'm the strongest man in the world. They got readings and downloads coming out talking about that I'm literally the closest to God in this physical realm right now. That's a hell of an accomplishment. And I keep telling y'all, I sit at the right hand throne of God. I'm directly connected to God. Folks ain't even hearing me. Folks don't know how to listen because folks aren't awoken beings like I am. I'm a truly awoken being. So for you to hear me, I mean, you don't even understand. I mean, the knowledge that I'm kicking and talking about is worth billions, millions, trillions of dollars. I drop jewels all the time, but people is want to act like they too busy to listen. That's the thing, is like I said, I'm listening to God. God told me become undeniable, become everything they fear. And the thing is, I become more undeniable every day. And that's the thing. Like, it can't be a matter of convenience. Folks can't talk to me only because, oh, now you've reached a level of fame and attained a level of success, right? So now I want to talk to you. It don't work like that. If that's the situation, I'm not going to want to talk unless it's directly from God. If it's my divine spouse, oh, I'll listen all day and talk to them. You know what I mean? But again, I would like to know who that is and what's going on. And I just have no clue. I don't know what's going on. I just know they keep saying everything can change at the drop of a dime, at the drop of a hat, at any instance, at any moment, everything can change. And you can go from nothing to everything. And that's what they keep saying in these readings, that I'm going to be, so rich, it's unbelievable. And I'm going from whatever, all this and tons of struggle and pain and suffering and just having a hard time every day for no reason and go from that to having everything. And that's my only deal is I shouldn't be having a hard time. There's absolutely no reason I should be having a hard time. I literally have just a little bit of cash and a little bit, not cash, but a little bit of money, just very little, not much, but just a little bit. And I still have to struggle because folks can't understand that I'm building a business. I'm building a future. I'm building an independent business, and they do understand it. And that's my deal. If they wanted to support me in what I'm doing, they would support me. We all need help, and I definitely need help. And it's not because of anything that has to do with me. None of it has to do with me. All my decisions have been right. I've done everything right. No, I'm man enough to admit when I need help and I need financial support. I need money and I need finances. I don't need nothing else. And I'm eternally grateful to God. I am extremely grateful and so grateful to any of the people in the public that have given me anything that have helped me along the way. You know what I mean? Like, truly, I really am grateful, man. You know what I mean? Like, so I want to say that, and I've said that millions of times on here. You know what I mean? Like, but I also have to stand up and there's a lot going on and I got to speak and I got to say how I feel. And I just got to make sure that everything is known. You know what I mean? I'm trying to make sure everything is public and people understand where I'm at with it and how I feel about things. And that's my job. So again, folks don't seem to get, man, I've been everywhere. I've been all through Cali and California. Okay. I came up on the real blocks in Los Angeles. Okay. I'm the original intent. Everything y'all want to kick and talk about, I come from that. I'm the real thing. And the people talking about it ain't even from there and they ain't even the real thing. So it's like, the roles are so, reversed. It's hilarious, man. Folks don't even know who they talking to. Nobody has a clue. I'm the real deal, man. You know what I mean? This is what I do. So like I said, I mean, talk is cheap, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, I've lived in Atlanta, I lived all over Georgia, I've been to Savannah, like I had a homie who had a real nice apartment out there in Savannah. We'd go to the little workout complex in the apartment and work out, like, and that was while I was, for a minute before, and then I went through some crazy stuff in Atlanta. If you remember, I told you the story, and that was the thing. Everybody turned their back on me. Nobody helped me. And that's the thing. Like, I've just been through it too many times, like to the point that if it's a situation like that, I make sure that I detach and I walk away from everybody because, like I've moved a million times. Like, nah, bro, no. Like, that's the thing. I've been through it too many times, and everywhere I go, it's the same situation. And everybody just has the same energy and acts the same way. I don't want to be around it at all. I want to be around people who love me and care about me. I want to be about people who want what's best for me. I want to be around people who, if they get a government check, they share with me and give me money and put money in my pocket like any normal person would. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? I want to be around people who, if I need anything, they're like, what do you need? Here you go, you good. Without any question. You understand what I'm saying? Like, like it just is what it is, man. Like, like I just don't get it. Like, where's the confusion? You know what I mean? Like, so, I've been all through New York. I've been up in Virginia. I've been through Richmond. I've driven around all up there. I've been through New Jersey driving. I went all around all them states when I was up there. I've been in New York. I've met women in New York. Huh? I've been around different areas in New York. I've seen New York City. I was driving around New York in my Chevy Cobalt. I don't think I ever took my truck up there. I think that was, other stuff for another trip. Um, then there was like some comedian that was from Ohio, but I think I met him in North Carolina or something. Unless I was in Ohio. I can't even remember, bro. Like, I really can't. But like, I know that we went out to some bars and some clubs and it was a whole, yeah, that was North Carolina. And he was even like, man, you can stay here if you want, and like, I don't trust no one. So I was like, nah, I'm good. And like, I kept paying for my hotel. Like I said, I used to spend 10 bands a month. You know what I mean? I was moving around North Carolina like a boss, like looking at what cologne I wanted to buy and stuff. Like, real talk. That's why these folks are so funny because they're talking so much, they don't understand how smart I am, and now they're starting to see it. They don't understand how much life experience I have and that it was all clearly reality and I wasn't making anything up. Brother, I've lived, okay? Trust me, I have more life experience than anyone will ever meet because I live quicker, because I live in a vibration of love. Sure. I'm like the real deal, okay? I'm like a lot like James Bond, like for real. Like I'm like an operative. That's why everything I do is geared towards that. And I've been like this for really my whole life. That's what I used to do when I was driving around North Carolina. I used to park my Chevy Cobalt, park it wherever. I didn't care where I was. I really didn't. I didn't care where I was. I would go into neighborhoods. I would park it, get down, like the world is mine. I'd get down. I'd go if they had the any kind of bars that I could work out on. Since this is what I do, with the pull up bars and the dip bars, and I would improvise any kind of bars that they had to work out on. I would stop and I'd go work out there. That's what I used to do. Like people didn't even know I was out there, and I'd be right there in front of them just doing my thing because I knew I needed to stay in shape. And I always was. Like people would tell me, like I'd go eat at like a Waffle House in like Georgia or North Carolina. When I was moving around North Carolina, I remember they were telling me, and the woman was talking to me. She was like an older lady, and she's like, yeah, like trust me, like all these women they notice that you work out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because I would wear like collared shirts, but like I looked like the transporter, literally, you know what I mean? And like I was just in great shape, and I mean, I still am, but like I said, like once I get the money, I'm going to get a lot bigger again, and, that's all I'm saying. Like, I remember going through New York. I remember just driving through New York. I remember there was like this blonde chick trying to holler at me. She was trying to talk to me, you know what I mean? And I wasn't really even paying too much attention. Like a lot of things, I was always moving super fast, moving a little too fast. That's what people don't get. I was in North Carolina. I went out to the clubs out there. I don't know if it was Charlotte or Raleigh or whatever, something like that. Durham. I've been to all those places, man. You know what I mean? I remember one of them places. I don't know if it was Raleigh or whatever, but one of them we were in the hood in the ghetto, and I went up to like the rec center, and I played ball, and they were all like, "Yeah, he can really play." And I got a lot better when I started running up and down the court with them, and I was pretty much to the point where I could almost dunk. Like I was really jumping well. So that's another thing I got to work on too. But that's the thing. When I get up north, when I get money, like everything changes for me. Like I'll go up north, I'll go to these other states, and I just feel better. I don't know how to explain it. I'll feel better. I feel better just about everything. Like everything just is easier. You just feel like things are easier. You know what I mean? And then, like I said, the thing was, I was going through North Carolina, then I was coming down to Atlanta. I think that was when I was playing at that park at one point, and Curtis Snow was out there. Um, I was right there in Mableton, Marietta area. You know what I mean? It was Mableton. Marietta's different, but I would go all the clubs in Marietta. Like Georgia's cool. It's all right. You know what I mean? I want to go back there, but I need money. You know, like, that's the thing. I've been to all these places. I'm well traveled. I've traveled, but like I want to travel with money again. Like I know I need the money. Like that's all I need. And like I said, I'm never gonna stop talking about it because number one, this is how you materialize wealth. Like people say, people with money don't talk about their money. That's a lie. The people who make the most money is me because I made more than everybody. Okay. Literally, I've made and spent more money than anyone who ever existed in your entire government combined. So I'm pretty sure talking about money is how I kept getting rich and will continue to get rich. So again, how would they know if they don't know anyone who has any money? Like, I don't even understand that mentality or like what the point was. Like, I addressed all that stuff back in the day. You know what I mean? And that was the thing. People watched me, like people who used to like literally like we would go out to eat, right? And these are like older man and stuff that like, like we were just cool. You know what I mean? And like we'd go out to eat, right? And he'd pay for my meal. Like he treated me like family. Super cool guy. You know what I mean? And I still got a lot of love for him. You know what I mean? It was other people that were talking and saying these things. It wasn't him. But my point is, I addressed everything. You know what I'm saying? And like that's the thing. They watched me go from that to having, tons of money. So we've already seen this happen. This has already happened, and it's happened like several times, in my life. It really has. It continues to happen. It's a recurring cycle. Like that's the thing. I've never been stagnated. I've never been in any of them positions, and I don't feel like I am now. I feel like I went through this because God needed me to, and I understand it. The period of stagnation was necessary to create the growth, and you're seeing the growth, right? The growth is irreplaceable. Money can't buy the strength that I have now. That's what folks don't understand. The gifts I got and the way how strong I am and the way I'm able to move and operate, money could never buy this. You could never teach this stuff. No, God is my trainer. God taught me this. That's the only way that I could have learned. So I'm just waiting patiently. That's what I love. Like folks act like they talking about money and this and that and like, first of all, I mean, people need to focus on themselves. Like people are nowhere close to me. Like I said, I got a $1,300 bat cycle, homie. I got 7 bikes in inventory, all worth $200 to $300 each. What are you talking about? You see what I'm saying? Like I have everything to show for my success. That's what I'm saying. If folks were normal, folks would have been helped me got everything fixed easily. They would have helped me get everything fixed one at a time. They would have literally been there. And that's my deal. Like, how do you folks even operate, bro? I don't even know how y'all do anything. I don't. I don't know how folks succeed or get by. I never have. I don't understand y'all. Like, do y'all not know how to operate or move? Like, y'all don't know how to do anything or what? Like, it's crazy. Like it's not that hard, man. It's called priorities. You got to focus on what needs to get done and what matters. That's why I be real choosy about who I deal with and talk to because I am big on my time not being wasted, bro, at all. I don't have no time to waste. You feel me? And I'm working all the time, you know what I mean? So I'm already up over $95. So you can guarantee pretty much I'm gonna get over that $100 threshold, right? And I want to get over it with interest. That's number one. And that's still like that's the first goal. And see, even though I keep meeting these goals, I still turn around and there's no support system. And in fact, it's the opposite. So I still have to, struggle and I still have to go through hell for no reason because I'm trying to build a business. So why would I want to listen to folks telling me what they may do for me? Oh, I'll do it this day, I'll do it that day. I'm all right. If you ain't trying to do it now and help me now and support me now, we ain't got nothing to talk about. If you can't hear me when I'm saying this is how I operate only, and I only do things a certain specific way, I don't trust nobody, then we ain't got nothing to talk about. You know what I mean? Like, other than that, I mean, if they want to talk, I mean, what's there to talk about? I mean, put some money up, invest. Like, that's the thing. Like, I have plenty to show for my hard work, just like I did when I was in Lytle, just like I did in San Antonio, just like I always have, just like I did in Vegas. Like people don't get I've traveled while I own assets and while I'm doing everything and running everything like you know what I mean? Like I said, folks have not been through an ounce of what I've been through. You can never imagine walking in my shoes. You're not me. You understand? So what are you talking about? That's the deal. Like I'm not trying to have the conversations at all. I ain't trying to hear no talking. If you ain't putting up no capital, what we got to talk about? And even if you is paying me, what do we have to talk about? Not much. Thank you for the money. I mean, that's about it. You feel me? Like what? I'm not a talking kind of guy. I'm a produce results kind of guy. I'm a make sure I get the job done kind of guy. You know what I mean? So it's like, brother, I've been all over. I've been all through Arizona. You know what I mean? I've been through New Mexico. I've been to El Paso. Um, I've been to Minneapolis. I've been to Green Bay. Like that's the thing people don't get. I'm collecting experiences everywhere I go. Minneapolis was a whole experience. It was all brand new to me. It started becoming a pretty cool situation. Was it hard? Oh yeah. It was super hard. It was super difficult. But there were times in it that were beautiful and it was really cool. It was a hell of an experience. I'm not going to lie. I'm actually surprised that it was such a nice experience. It was nice. It was cool. You know what I mean? I saw some different things. I saw some crazy things. I experienced some crazy things. But all in all, it was super cool. I got to see the Mall of America, which for me is a big deal. Like, people take for granted the things that I think are awesome. That mall is beautiful. It's huge. I mean, it's gorgeous. I had never really seen anything like that. So that was cool. The restaurants I got to go eat at are cool. The mall in itself is gorgeous. I love that. The popcorn, I tried the popcorn up there. Like, I was moving around with a little bit of money and change when I was up there, and then working for the NBA next door, the Timberwolves in the stadium, that was pretty cool. So it's like, I look back and I'm like, man, how did all that even happen? Like, it almost feels like it was unreal, and like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, because y'all don't understand, when I got up there, I had nowhere to go. Like, so, and like, I really stayed calm and I just kind of turned it on and knew this is what I got to do and I got to make it out here. I went in the Skyway, like I told you. I asked him which direction is what. I asked first I walked to a bus stop and it was I mean, it was freezing cold out there and it's snowing and everything. And I go to the bus stop, because I just got dropped off on the Greyhound. I go to the bus stop and I told him, like, hey, I'm brand new here. I literally just got off the bus. Like, where's the shelter? Like, where's the resources? He was like, yeah, you could go through here, this and that. It was early in the morning, mind you, so I was lucky on that. It was like probably, I'm guessing, probably 2, 3, 4 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? And like, he showed me what was up. Honestly, I think it might have been a little earlier. It was like perfect timing, probably like 4 or 5, 6 in the morning, time for, and like, I'm walking, I get down, I'm walking through there and it's freezing. And I'm in a brand new city. I don't even think I had that much money. I don't know what's going on there. And like, I know I have to learn this whole city from scratch, from nothing. Have you ever had to do that? Probably not. So people don't get, like, I can make it anywhere, bro. I just don't want to keep going through that. But sometimes it's what it takes. I feel like that you have to manually just do it. I just don't want to start from nothing. But that's what I'm saying. God is real because God stayed with me and directed me. Like I said, I got in the Skyway. I asked him which direction is what. I remember turning left. I remember exactly how I went. I have never been to Minneapolis. Didn't know anything about it. Didn't know how the Skyway system was. I just looked at everything. It was like, man, this is like luxury up here. Didn't know where I was going to sleep. Didn't know where I was going to go. Like, you don't think that's scary? You think that's easy? You know what I mean? And I stayed calm the whole time and I put it together and I figured it out pretty quick. You know what I mean? And then like, I was looking into the other shelters. I kind of, stayed at one and got acclimated there and kind of figured it out. And then I remember I showed up with only like one jacket. They were like, here's like 3, 4 jackets. They helped me with that. There was some good people over there. You know what I mean? And then, like I said, we were shoveling snow at like the Nissan car dealerships. It would be freezing, bro. I'd feel like Sub-Zero out there, literally. Like, it was that cold, bro. You know what I mean? Gloves and all, and like, you just still like, man, it is freezing out here. And we'd be out there for hours. It wasn't easy work. Then we would travel with the other dude in the van. Mind you, the first time they paid us like 25 bucks. I was like, wow. Another time they paid us right and gave me like 100, and that's the thing too. Like, it's at their discretion. You don't know what you're going to make. And we go around, we were going to all these different backyards and front yards and doing all the snow stuff for the yards. So I got to see how that business is run up there. You know what I mean? Because it's always snowing up there, so that's a business. You feel me? So it's like, I don't even know what to tell folks, man. They loved me over there. The NBA loved me, man. The guy liked me. Like, they knew I was a hard worker. I listened. They give me like a walkie-talkie. I think I remember. Yeah, there's a walkie-talkie you'd have to get on, and like, they'd have me like, I'd just like mop moving through the hallway, and then I could kind of see what was going on and stop here and there. They'd have the full games. They had all these different functions and stuff there. Like, it was an experience. It was pretty cool. You know what I mean? And it was the same thing, just like anywhere. Like, you had some employees around me and they, would start talking and saying weird stuff. And like, I would just say reality and keep on going on about my business. They talk and say whatever in the elevator. Like, there's always going to be that jellyfish energy, man, no matter where you go, bro. There's always somebody. You know what I mean? So, and it was the same thing in that shelter, but like I said, it was a whole experience. I got to meet some people. Some of them are YouTubers. You know what I mean? Like, it was all in all pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty cool. And that's my thing. Like, I just miss it. I miss the whole environment. I miss like actually having a girlfriend that seems to care about me. It makes things a lot easier when you're not alone in things. It makes things a lot easier when someone says, "Hey, here's 50, here's $100. I got you." You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my deal. Like, I mean, I haven't done anything wrong. I've done right by everyone. I've done everything right. You understand? So it's like, I don't even get it. I don't even understand it. But what I do understand is God, separating me, and God, you know, how do I say it? God just working on me, and God is in control. You know, I have a much greater purpose, and I understand that, and I truly believe that, and I truly believe in God, and I understand. I really understand. I just understand, man. I understand everything. It makes sense. It makes perfect sense. God never needed to prove anything to me. I believe in God completely, already, no matter what. That's the truth. But yeah, like I said, man, I mean, I've been all through Florida. I went to two high schools, two in Texas and I went to four high schools, four different high schools, two in Texas, two in Florida. Okay. I've been a lot over the US. I've been North Carolina, I've been to South Carolina, I've been to Myrtle Beach. I used to go to these seafood restaurants out there, which I got to kind of pay attention and watch on that now. But I think, like I said, that's why I want to move around too, because every time I leave and I get out for, like it takes about a year, and then I'm able to pretty much do everything again. That's the thing. And like, man, I miss it though, man. Boy, they had some amazing shrimp. Then they had these salad bars in Charlotte. I lived in Charlotte and had an expensive apartment out there, right? And I was making and spending about 10 bands every month, right? And like I said, they had this salad bar that I can't get over, man. It was delicious, bro. Like, they had, like, it looked like feta cheese kind of. It was like a different kind of cheese, but they'd have it in the pasta. And like, I would literally like work out, and then I'd go over there and I'd eat, and it was just delicious. My whole deal was like in Charlotte, it was just, I don't know, it was kind of frustrating. It was with the basketball team, with that whole thing, when I tried out and I did better than everyone, and the coach still picked everybody else. That was super hard. Um, and I literally talked to like the main, like, I don't know if it was like the principal or the main dude there, and I like literally like broke down crying because I put everything I had into doing that, and I had every right to, and it made sense. And I mean, I trained the whole summer. I literally outdid everyone in the tryout, including everyone he picked. So you could see what it was and what it was about. So that's the thing. I'm a product of adversity. People want to talk on YouTube, but you don't have a clue what I've been through, and you're not me. I've always had to overcome adversity and impossible odds. Always. I'm not other people. It's not new for me. You know what I mean? So that's the deal. Like, man, I worked out I think it was summer, all summer, the whole time. I got ready. Like, I was on point, bro. I mean, really on point. Like, I looked amazing. Like, just my physique was amazing. Like, and I was just on point. And that's the thing people don't get. Like, bro, I've lived, bro. I've done everything you can imagine everywhere. I'd have I had different girlfriends. Literally, I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. I'd go out to Fayetteville, you know what I mean? And like, I was going to Charlotte, and like just talking to people, meeting them, like business people, and then I drive back to my apartment. I was going to Myrtle Beach and going to the club and partying. I go to the Steak and Shake out there. I go on the pier and walk on the pier. Like, people don't get, like, I've experienced a lot of places, and I truly believe that God just wanted me to experience it. When I was younger, I've been through all through Cali, I've been all through Florida, all through Arizona. Even went to New York. I just don't remember much because I was real young. But that's the thing. I've had a lot of beautiful experiences in life, and that's the thing. Like, I'm grown now. I'm 36. I'll be 40 in 4 years. I'm aging backwards. I'm an immortal vampire, right? I mean, I'm blessed by God, man. That's the truth. You know, there's a lot of places I miss. Like I miss even in Atlanta being able to go to the Steak and Shake because like most of the time I would stay out at night. I'd go to the clubs all the time. Pretty much all I did was go clubbing out there. That's all I would do. The roommate was like, "You don't sleep much." Like, well, yeah, because I mean, it's a club town. That's what you do if you're in Atlanta. If you're in Atlanta and you're in Georgia and you ain't going to the clubs, you're doing something wrong. I'd go to all them clubs. You understand? So, I mean, and like, yeah, like, some stuff happened. I talked about it already. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I created a single called Unstoppable after all that stuff. Like, there was a lot that happened. And then I was in the middle of different projects and hoods and ghettos, and I was out there surviving. You know what I mean? And I was going through a lot. It was a lot of different stuff. Like, I've completely experienced the full experience that comes with Atlanta. So again, when I tell someone I run Atlanta, I'm not kidding. I have a lot of history in Atlanta. And that's the thing. Like now, every time that you state a fact and state reality, I don't know, you got this new generation and other folks want to talk and say something, but it's always on the internet. And I mean, what do they know? I mean, do they know me? I mean, like, come on, bro. Like you can't, no one can tell me anything. I have more life experience. See, I'm not worried about trying to tell anybody anything or say anything about anything. I'm worried about gathering life experience. That's what I'm telling you. I keep getting more experience and learning. You know, it's just like when I was in Green Bay. Nah, when I was in Green Bay, when I walked into that Dave and Buster's, I was able to finesse that job immediately. You can say whatever you want. You understand? The same dude that, all of them were together and they were in this jellyfish energy. Hmm. But the same dudes, man, I was right there finessing. I got that job immediately. I was like, yeah, I do this. I did the interviews. I went through everything. Remember these folks were, remember everyone was in the jellyfish energy? Remember? Y'all think I don't know? Remember? I remember how I was sitting there washing dishes and they had folks walking into the lobby, right? Because all this internet stuff. Like, how you tripping because I'm working? And what's with fake theatrics? What is that? You see what I'm saying? Like, that's my point, man. Like, it's just funny. Folks want to be me, man. That's all it is. Folks want to be me. Folks know I shine. Folks know I'm the tough guy. You understand? I was the tough guy in Green Bay. I was the tough guy in Minneapolis. I'm definitely the tough guy in Texas. Texas is my state, and my ancestors built it, right? And built this country. You heard of Manifest Destiny? That's what's happening right here. It's just on the internet. So, like I said, folks can talk. I mean, that's cute. Like I said, I think I've been through Oregon just briefly for a little bit back in the day when I was looking at like colleges and universities because I was trying to pick a college I wanted to go to. So I kind of went looking around at different colleges. I know I've been through Houston, stayed in hotels in Houston. I've been to clubs in Houston. Um, there's a whole lot of different stuff. Like truthfully, all of it. It was a whole lot of different things, and it was very interesting. I've had a lot of cool experiences. I've been in Dade County. I've had my own apartment in Dade County. Y'all don't know anything about me, bro. Yeah, nice apartment in Dade County. I used to wake up and make like a smoothie every day, like and go to the gym and work out. Like I've been a part of that. I know, like I know how the bodybuilding is in Miami and in Dade County. I went to high school, graduated high school right there at Felix Marilla, um, and then I was the starting point guard at Tarpon Springs High. So that's the thing. Like I've been around the block. I've been almost everywhere. I've been in a lot of different places. North Carolina, I was through all them towns. I was all over the state, literally. I didn't go to like I think it was Charlotte too often, but or some of the, one of the I think it was Charlotte that I didn't go to very often. But like there was, I went a couple of times. I never had time. Like that was the thing. I was really just working on albums, and then I did like going to Myrtle Beach though. And clearly because all the women were out there at the clubs and stuff. But like I remember I would bring my demo CD, like I told you, I'd make these CDs, and then I'd take them to the guy. He worked at Steak and Shake, and he would tell me to bring him the CDs, and he'd tell me each CD, like I told you, I already went over it, but like I would, rap a little different on each CD and album, and that's what I would try to do, like see if I could sell my albums or I would give them out there. And like I was really trying to just promote my music. I don't really care about making money on it. I had a little bit of, money, but I wanted, people to hear my stuff, and like that's all I did. Like, and it was fun. I was like the little Eminem of North Carolina, like literally, like actually when I got to the town of Charlotte, the whole town was actually talking, saying Eminem's here. I'm not kidding. They literally thought I was Eminem, and they were literally like tripping, like, bro, that's him. Like he's here in our city. Like it was crazy. So yeah, I've had a wild life, man. I've been in a lot of different positions, situations. Like I'm just here to, I'm here to enjoy life, you know, truthfully. So I mean, like I said, like, I'm always having fun. I make the best of every experience, just like I made the best of this experience, as hard and impossible as it has been, but I still made the best of it. That's the thing. Like, no, you can give me lemons, I'm gonna make lemonade. I'm gonna figure it out regardless. You know what I mean? So my point is, I've been around, like I've been in a lot of places. I don't know about Washington. I know I've been to the Capitol before on a field trip when I was younger. But I mean, like I want to go to all those places. I want to see Seattle. To me, most places I think are pretty similar, man. Like I keep thinking it's different, but you know, I don't know. I think it's kind of the same everywhere, and most people are just regular people, and they're just doing regular people thing. That's the thing. Like in the Skyway, I witnessed everything. I saw what it is. Like me, I'm just real smart. Like I know what I'm doing, and like I'm gonna get the best of everything. Like I'm gonna get the best opportunities. I'm gonna make the best money. I'm gonna get the best clothes. Like that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just be the best. I've been the best everywhere I went. That's the truth. You know what I mean? Now the Midwest, I haven't spent too much time in. Like I said, I got that short trip to Kansas City, Missouri, which I loved. I mean, it was still difficult. Don't get me wrong, it was very difficult. Don't get me wrong, especially at the bus stations. But Atlanta, the bus station is crazy. Um, nothing I can't handle, but it was just crazy. And we were there for like a whole day because that's what they do. They just, I don't know, they have issues with the buses, and then you have to sit there and wait. And I was meeting a lot of people that were coming in there and stuff, and just talking to them. So it wasn't all bad, but I didn't even go outside. When I got to Atlanta, I made sure I was like, I'm not walking out on the street. I mean, I'd go outside in the front area, and but other than that, I wasn't going anywhere in Atlanta. If I'm on a bus, I don't see the point. Why am I gonna go walk down blocks when I already know what's out there? I already know how Atlanta is. You know what I mean? It's just being smart. You know what I mean? There was folks coming in telling me stories and things happening. You know what I mean? And it's not like I'll be good everywhere. I used to ride that MARTA train and go all around Atlanta. You know what I mean? Like folks don't get, like I could really say I'm from Atlanta. Like I got a lot of history in Atlanta. You know what I mean? And so I mean it's just different. I've been down probably every block in Atlanta. Okay. Matter of fact, there was one time when I got there, I was kind of couch surfing, like no joke, but like the real thing. I don't know if like I did it through like a website or something. And I was like there with like these folks from another country. And then I remember the dude was telling me like this convenient stuff, like if I let you stay here, it's not going to do you any favors. And because I was looking to find like an apartment or a place out there because I was trying to move there, and I had limited funds to do it though. You understand what I'm saying? So like, you know, that's the thing. I mean, I had girlfriends in Atlanta. Um, oh, a lot of different experiences, man. Like that's the thing. Like, so I mean, that's what God keeps reminding me of. Like, look how far you've come. Like, yeah, I can't ignore that. God has always been there for me, man. He's always been there for me, man. So I mean, that's what he says a lot. Like, I never let you down before. Why would I let you down now? Isn't that the truth? But I don't know. I just miss all those places, man. Like that's the thing. I really want to travel. I really want to get out and get out in the world, and like I can't wait, bro. I really can't wait. You know what I mean? Like it's just different though, because I'm a new person. I'm a new man. I'm a new person. I'm a new being. I'm a divine being, and I'm just like a new, a new man and a new. I'm a new creation, man. I'm a new being, developed and made and built and sculpted, molded by God. So that part I understand. You know what I mean? It's just for me, it's just hard because I don't know, like I don't see anything happening. Like I don't see any opportunity. I don't see how any opportunity is going to, appear or happen. I just, it's just discouraging and difficult. But like I said, I just put my faith in God and let go and let God. But the point is, I've kind of been the man everywhere, man. You know what I mean? Like I've been everywhere. You know what I mean? And like God be telling me that too. I'm supposed to be confident. It doesn't matter what people think or what they have to say about it. That's what I'm supposed to be, confident. You're supposed to walk like you got it already, like you already got the money. I mean, that's the whole point. Like, confidence and happiness goes a long way. That's what a lot of these folks don't get. Your attitude really does measure your latitude. That's fact. So, I mean, I'm happy, man. I'm happy. I'm free. I'm good. I'm Gucci. My life is beautiful. Like, I'm happy, like don't ever think I'm not. I'm always happy. I just am very ambitious and it's just hard when like every fiber of my being I just want to expand. I want to travel. I want to move around. That's all. I just want to have the money to be able to come back. That's it. I just want to be able to do new things and experience new things. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Like all that stuff going on in the world, it doesn't make me feel anyway. All this new stuff, it doesn't do anything for me. Like it's just the same thing to me. There's always stuff going on, man. Like, everywhere I go, it's relatively calm. It's always pretty cool. You know what I mean? So, I mean, that's my thing. I've been all over Atlanta. I've worked out in different gyms in Atlanta, Golds and all them different gyms. I've had a lot of different experiences in Atlanta. I used to work out at the Golds downtown in downtown Atlanta when I first was getting started in Atlanta. That was an interesting experience. It was almost like it was underground because I think that underground mall was right there. Like that's the thing folks don't understand. Like I've been competing like with the best for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember going in there when I was younger and like these like, like big dudes would like look at me working out and they would like try to give me advice. He would be like, "No, like you need to do this." You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying. Like, like me, I listen to people. That's how I got to this point. That's why when I look at other people and other generations or whatever, it's like you have to still listen. Like, you can't be all up in your ego. You have to listen to people. Like, even if what they saying is wrong or it's something you already know, even now, I still try to listen to folks. You understand? Like, I'm a student of the game. I fall back and I listen. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that was the thing. Like, Atlanta's a pretty cool city, man. It's corrupt. There's a lot of corruption, but all in all, it's pretty cool. If you stay out the way and you know how to move, which I did, and I stayed out the way for the most part, you know what I'm saying? Until like I really, really was trying to survive and I just, was in different situations, but it's a pretty cool place. It's all right. Like I've experienced like the full spectrum of it. That's what people don't get. I had my truck out there. I've had my Chevy Cobalt out there. Like I've moved around out there. And then, like I said, when I was going to college out there in North Carolina in Charlotte, I think there was a time I took off or something and I came to Georgia. And then I don't know if I went back up there. I think they gave us a break or something like that, or there wasn't no classes for a while, something like that, but, you know, I don't know. It was pretty cool. Like, so that's what I'm saying, man. Like, it's crazy for me. People don't understand. Like, I know people in Georgia. I know people in North Carolina. I just don't really stay in touch with folks. I can't. I always have to get a new phone. I always, just moving around, changing things. Like, it is what it is. But yeah, I've been everywhere, man. I've been literally like everywhere in the U.S. I've been most of the places. I've seen the Statue of Liberty. I remember that specifically when I was younger. I don't think I'll ever forget. I have this vision of it, and I'm almost positive we drove right by it, and the highway was like bending. Ain't I right? Somebody will know in New York, like the street is bending around it, and you see it right there. It was like nighttime, I think. I don't know if I saw it during the day or not. Like, I think I actually flew there and I think it was like for a wedding or something. But and the wedding was cool. I had like a nice suit and stuff, but I was young, I was a kid, but it was pretty cool. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. Like I've been around, bro. You know what I mean? But for me, like people don't get. I'm not attached to anything. Like everything is about me just being me and doing what I'm doing in my career. Like I'm ready to move forward. And I don't know how to explain it. Like the stronger and stronger I get, I feel more capable too. I feel like I'm more capable to do whatever I set my mind to and whatever I want to do. That's the thing. Like I have no wasted potential. I've never felt like I had only potential because potential is something that you haven't lived up to. And I've lived up to all my potential. It's just, well, I can't say that because my potential is limitless. But I don't let my potential just be there and not live up to it. I'm going to live up to my potential. And since my potential is limitless, I'm going to continue to be limitless. I'm just saying I never waste my potential. I always utilize it and harness it and use it, and I get there. I get to the point I'm supposed to be at. So I've already done this 8 million times. That's what folks have to understand. I have a lot of life experience. I'm 36 years old. That's the part I don't understand about other generations and people in general in the public. Y'all should be wanting to talk to me and listen to me and learn from me. I'm here to teach people. I've been in the hard positions. I've came up in the hardest neighborhoods there is. I came from real environments, and I didn't just make it out. I made it out with honors. I graduated from the school of the streets for real. Okay, it wasn't Jay Z. It was me who had it hard and had it difficult and had to come up through adversity and all these obstacles. I've been in the real ghettos and real hoods. I was in the Bluff in Atlanta. I was in Bankhead in Atlanta, and no one can tell me I'm lying because I was the king. So that's what I'm saying. Like, folks can say what they want. Yeah, that's fine. You don't know me. My background is a lot different than most people. That's what people have to understand. I'm not just lucky, I'm blessed. I'm blessed by God. And I truly see that and I truly understand that. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. I don't know what to tell y'all, man. I've seen a lot, like a lot, you know. I have a lot of memories. You know what I mean? But like I said, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what else to tell you, man. Like that's what folks should do, be trying to learn from me. And that's the thing. I'm everything I wanted to be. That's what life is about, gathering life experience and gathering knowledge. Like I said, I'll trade money for knowledge any day because knowledge is what's going to help me, and knowledge will have me build more money than I ever dreamed possible. You understand? So, like I said, everything I do is just different. I move different. We move different. We don't even think the same. We don't move the way other folks do. You understand? Like my perspective is reality. Everybody else's perspective seems to be kind of jaded and it doesn't exist. That's the difference. I've been in all these cities and states. Most people ain't moving around like me. They ain't traveled as much as me. They're not well traveled. Most of them folks are just local. So if I go back to these places, a lot of them are going to be still working the same jobs. I know folks in Corpus Christi, they probably still work at them hotels, and them hotels are corrupt as hell. And I've already pointed that out publicly and talked about it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what I notice is the folks that try so much and they're willing to do anything to get ahead, they usually are behind. And the folks like me who don't care, and the ones who care so much about money, they're usually broke and poor. And the ones who don't care about money like me and aren't trying to get ahead, the meek shall inherit the earth, homie. It's just the truth. So I'm just saying everything is about expanding. And like I said, I'm gonna keep on speaking because it's a public platform. I don't understand what's up with this network and what's going on. Like, how has my voice not reached all of New York? How has my voice not reached all of California? How has my voice not reached Florida and Arizona and Georgia? Why? Because it's clear what's going on. You can see it. This is supposed to be a worldwide platform, bro. What's up with this, man? Like, what? Like, bro, like anyone hearing me, like people should find it in themselves and be like, man, I want to support that dude. I want to support what he's doing. Like, that's the thing. This is my hustle. It may be my broke hustle right now, but it's my hustle. You got to respect it. You really do. You know what I mean? If not, you probably don't respect nothing. That's the problem. You know, I'm not here for money. I'm not worried about money. I'm trying to. I'm worried about it. I'm concerned. Like I'm not worried, but like I think about it. And I got to get it right, and I'm trying the best I can. But there's only so much I can do. I don't have options like that, man. You know what I mean? Not in this situation. Like I said, when I get out of here and I'm in a, if I can get to a major city and state, but like I said, I want to have money and be able to move right. But I don't know. God already told me I'm moving, that I'm being relocated the right way and everything, and that I'm gonna, have receive all and have all the provisions, and I'll have my divine spouse. So I have no idea, bro. He's just saying that everything's gonna change. I hope so. I truly hope so. You know what I mean? Like, I just know my plan and what I want to do, and all I'm saying is I'm not getting off of my plan and what I want to do. Like I'm going to do this. I'm doing this my way. Now, I'll definitely work with someone if it's the right person. If it's my divine spouse, I'm gonna work with them all day and I'll listen too, but I'm just saying like we going to have to work together because I have to do this project. I funded this Batman project out of my own pocket going on 3 years. I'm the real deal and I have to do this. It just has to be done. I have to fund and I have to run this Batman project. I'm willing to do other stuff. I don't know about working for anyone. God told me I'll never have to work for anyone again, which is nice to me. But I'm the type of dude that if I have all the money and I'm good, I might want to work a little bit. I don't know. I want to not have to do it. I want there to be no pressure. I want a vacation where I don't have to do anything. That's what I want. I want to keep doing what I'm doing because this is my job. I love my job. I love what I do for a living. I want to do this. I'm just saying, like, I mean, if it made money and made more money, I don't want to work for anyone else. I want to open my own restaurant. And I want to, be able to, when I want, work in my own restaurant. Like, that's what a real owner, does. Like, that's the point. You know what I mean? That's what I want to do. Like, I wouldn't mind working some hours because I want to. I want to learn how to cook, all over again, but like completely the right way. Like, learn how to, because everything I was cooking was pre cooked on a big grill. I want to learn how to really cook, and I want to get the recipe books and I would spend every day doing. That's really what I want to do. I mean, and I want to be on the clock though, getting paid for it. That way, I'm making money while I'm teaching myself how to cook. I would get new recipe books every day. Like I said, I'd get coupon books. I have everything planned to really move efficiently. Like I know what I'm doing. That's why when folks be conversating and talking, I be listening to them because like any idea I hear, I'm sorry, but if I hear an idea I like, I use that idea and I revamp it. That's what people don't get. Like folks will bring up, oh, this business, oh, this idea. I listen and then I absorb everything and soak it up like a sponge. And then I utilize and use that as another venture and business venture and opportunity. And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's all I want to do. Cook. Hell, I'd go to culinary school too if I could. I would do that, run the restaurant, full catering service, and a food truck. I'd get coupon books and I would get like coupons and collect them and use those to be frugal. And then I would literally get cooking books with recipes. And that's all I want to do, cooking and then work on the Batman project. Straight up. Build a restaurant and run it and do the Batman project and invest in stocks. That's pretty much my dream life. You know what I mean? I used to think I wanted to live on Wall Street. I don't think so. I don't think I want to live in New York, period, but maybe be around it, maybe for a time. I don't trust New York. Too much has happened there. It's a mecca. I just know I've seen too much happen there on the television and stuff. I don't ever want to live there. I want to spend enough time there, but I want to be like in an offhand area. I don't want to live on Wall Street. I don't trust it. Like it's too popular of a place. I don't want to be in places that are super popular. I would want to be like in a corner somewhere. You know what I mean? Like when I was there, I stayed in hotels. From what I remember, yeah, I stayed in hotels over there. You know what I mean? So I don't know. And then, like I said, I slept on someone's couch in like an apartment, which was it was all right. It was kind of cool. But like that's the thing, like I don't like being around a lot of other people. Like that's the thing. When you in them apartments like that and stuff, you gotta be mindful of who might be around and what's going on, and like it's a lot of different stuff, But it's all right, I guess. But I mean, I think they're pretty cool apartments, some of them, personally. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. Like I don't know. I just don't think like other people. Like I said, especially today, everybody in this generation, like y'all just be talking about things that I don't even care about or think about. Like, like that's the thing. Y'all think that you own something because you're renting. That's not owning it. Y'all think that you don't even understand the concept of ownership or assets or equity. Like y'all think that you're doing something because you're working a job and you got it together for right now. Right. But there's no such thing as stability. And what you don't get is I've witnessed that firsthand and experienced it. I've already lost everything 8 million times. That's why it's so much easier for me because that's the only way you become everything. When you lose everything, you're able to become anything. That's what folks don't get. When you have things going for you, like most of these so called women, and there's always a job being handed to you and an opportunity, and you have it easy, and you're able to just rent, and you feel like you're doing something, and you're going to the mall, and you're doing this and that, that's cute. But is that really, living? Is that really succeeding? I mean, that's just basic stuff. I'm 8 million light years ahead of anybody who's doing things like that. Do you understand that? Nah, been there, done that, bro. Told you I used to live off Craigslist. I used to rent places like rooms and homes on Craigslist in Dallas, Oak Cliff, all that. I used to go to the nice malls out there and go buy me I was the same way. I remember I bought like this like super expensive pair of pants, and I don't know why I did it. I guess I just was like trying to make myself feel good, and I went and got like that's the thing. Like I've been in these different phases, so I can relate to people. I just don't understand it anymore. I don't understand me at that point, looking back. But like, I mean, I probably thought they were just super cool, but they were like a couple of $100 or like $100. I remember I bought them and I wore them. Like it's cool. Like I'm just saying, like that's the point I want to get back to. I want to get back to like where I'm in a major city and state and I can go to the mall and shop and buy the most expensive stuff I want. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm just saying like I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool. The Dallas Mall was beautiful. I thought one of them might have had like an ice skating rink. I thought one of them did somewhere. I thought it was Dallas. I've been in the Dallas Mall. I've been in the Houston Mall several times. A lot of times, probably in the Galleria. I've been in the San Antonio Mall. I think I've been to the zoo. I think in Houston and maybe San Antonio. I've been a lot of places. That's the other thing too. If I get this money, I am definitely going to the Houston Zoo. That I'm definitely doing because I remember their zoo is pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. It's like bigger and it's different, set up differently. I just remember it being beautiful. I remember when I had a lot of money back in the day, I did that. Um, but yeah, I want to go there. I want to go to some different zoos and aquariums. I also want to go back to Austin and go to I used to go to this place. I grew up out there, and I had an experience with this huge tortoise that yeah, it was crazy. It was a big tortoise, and then an experience with a cat there. I went through a lot there, but it was like this like country spot out there, and like I would even ride horses out there and stuff. I was a kid. Um, and like I'd have my cowboy hat and everything. Like it was super fun when I was young, but there was just a lot that happened at that time. That was when I lived on Trailside Drive, and like I said, that's the block I came up on, and like I went through a lot on that block growing up. Like you have no clue, and I was already the legend. You know what I mean? Like so, you know, I don't know. It was pretty cool, like, but I want to go back to that place. I just remember they have like animals and stuff, and I just remember it's like super cool. I think I did go there again when I had the money, but like I said, it's like, I don't know, the people around me, they weren't on my side. You know what I mean? So that shadow was kind of over everything that I was doing, and I felt it and I remember it during that time. It's the same time I bought the Porsche and did all these moves and different things. But that's the thing. Like I realize like the people you around, it's like they say sometimes it's better to just be alone than be around people that, you feel alone even though you're around them. You know what I mean? That's what people don't get about me. That's why I don't mind being alone. Like I kind of like being alone. I don't like it. I want a girlfriend and the right person, but other than that, like I'm pretty good being alone. I like being alone for the most part. I really do. I like it. You know what I mean? I just would like it to change, of course, but I like being alone because I know me and I understand me. So I don't know. I got a whole bunch of stuff that I want to do. I don't know if they had ostriches out there too. I think I remember. Yeah, like you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, the ostriches. But I want to do stuff like that. I used to love Gatorland too in Florida. I definitely want to go back there. I got to go back. I got memories with my father, with my dad there. Man, I miss him. Um, I miss my dad a lot. But like I said, I mean, I want to go to all them places. I definitely want to go to Kissimmee. And I remember they got like all these like I think it's pink flamingos out there and stuff. Like it's beautiful. The hotel, I don't know if it's the Crown Plaza, but there's some of them are just gorgeous. Yeah, I mean they're just beautiful. Like when you drive in, it's amazing. You know, that's what I want to do. I want to look into a little bit of everything. I know how to have fun, and I know where things are and how to figure it. Like that's what I want to do. I want to travel and go to different cities and just look at the itinerary, like create the itinerary of what I want to do. Hopefully, with my divine spouse or significant other, and what I want to do in that city. I want to go have fun. That's what I want to do. You know what I mean? But that's the point. Like when I meet people, like especially here, like they be wasting my time a lot, and then I just block the account now or block the number because I don't have time. Like I'm not a guy who wastes time. Like if you talk to me, you need to get to the point. If you're going to do something for me, then do it. If you're not doing anything for me, then we have no business talking. It's just that simple. And a lot of folks may not understand that because, y'all are comfortable, you good. I'm not. I'm trying to get, like better my life and make everything better and fix everything. And like, I want to make sure I get everything going. And that's the thing. If you got it and I don't, like right now, like, why would we be talking? What is there to talk about? If you got it, why would you not share? Why would you not put me on? Why would you not give me an opportunity? Like, that's crazy to me. That really is crazy. Like I don't understand that. Because again, none of this is my doing or because of me or from me. None of it. You understand? Like that's the thing. Like, do you not understand reality? Like I think all them folks have a hard time grasping basic reality. I really do. Like it's crazy. Talk about work. Oh, I'm at work. Yeah, and I work 8 million times harder than everybody put together, especially out here. So I don't know what you talking about work. I literally am busier than all y'all put together. This is a 24-hour job. I never stop working. I study criminals. I study behavior. I study humans. I study everything happening in the country, government stuff. I look at every single matter. I'm already operating worldwide. What are you talking about? Like I've already worked and done this in different spots all over the country because I'm smart and resourceful. So I don't know. We're gonna have to figure it out somehow, man. I need somebody who can drive. That's number one, and I need somebody with money who doesn't mind actually like helping and working together with me. And like I said, that's how this is gonna work. I'm gonna have somebody who's my partner and really wants to do this with me. And that's the thing. If they had money and we had bread to use to do it all, man, it'd be beautiful. Because that's the cool part that people don't get is when I go back to these places, I'm not just there. There's been places I've lived in my truck, right? I used to have to take naps in that car when I was traveling. I did that when I went to college in North Carolina. I drove up there in I think about 2, 3 days straight up there. I think I barely rested and I would take a nap in the car. And like I never wanted to sleep anywhere because, I mean, I just don't trust it, because you're out there in the middle of a parking lot or something, and I was in some real different areas, but I've been in a lot of places, man. I met I met I met people from Arkansas when I'm on the Greyhound, right there in them ghettos and stuff. I've been in all sorts of places, man. That's what folks don't get. Like, I'm gonna do my thing wherever. But that's my thing. When I go back to these places now, folks never seen anything like me. This is what I do every day now. This is how I make a living. This is my purpose. This is my calling. I'm in full, complete alignment. I am in alignment with God. So, I mean, it's a beautiful thing. So, now when I go back anywhere, it's going to be so much more beautiful for me because now I really know who I am. I found my purpose. I found myself. I know who I am completely. And it's like, it's just so much more productive. It's a beautiful thing because every day is more productive because when I'm waking up, once I want to get on the road so bad and have money, you don't even understand, bro. Because all I want is to be able to go in like different hotels and wake up. I'll wake up early too. Like I'd go to bed early. You have more to look forward to in that instance. If I had the money and I'm in hotels and I'm able to travel, like I'd be so happy, man. I'm already happy, but I'd be so much happier. I'd be really, really, truly happy. You know what I mean? That's what I want. I just want happiness. You know what I mean? I'm happy, but not that kind of happy. I could be a whole lot happier. You know what I mean? Like I'm happy, don't get me wrong, but like I would just be in a great mood, man. It would be amazing. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's what I deserve. I deserve to truly be happy and loved and in a good position. And that's what I'm saying. Like I would go to bed early. I'd wake up like 6 in the morning, 7:30. I'd go get me a good breakfast because I don't even eat breakfast most of the time, right? And like I would literally, that's all I would do. I'll go get me a good breakfast, and I'd probably like give it a little bit, and I might even train first, like early in the morning. You know what I mean? That's probably what I do. That way, I have the whole day to do whatever else I want. Sometimes I would train probably early afternoon. Sometimes I wouldn't really do late afternoon. Probably early afternoon. Well, yeah, sometimes in the afternoon, but I would probably, get it out the way as soon as the day starts, like do it early and then go have me an awesome breakfast. That way I can kick back and relax. You know what I'm saying? And like, or just go to work. Like this is my job. This is my career for eternity. You understand? For forever. You know what I mean? So it's like it's just so much cooler because if I'm in Arizona, like let's say I'm in Phoenix or Scottsdale, Mesa, Tucson, I can go to them hotels. Some of them I remember I was there with my dad when he took me to spring training in Arizona and watched all the baseball games and got to talk to the players and everything. It was super all it was cool, man. They'd be having batting practice and they'd be hitting home runs and I'd be able to go catch them and get the baseball with my dad. Like it was just phenomenal, man. You know what I mean? I love my dad, man. I miss him so much. It's unbelievable, man. It's hard, but like I said, I know when I go back to them places, like that's what I'm saying. I can go find me them same hotels. They got like a Ramada Inn with like a Yankees logo on it. I remember. I don't know if it's seasonal. I'm pretty sure it's always like that. I don't know if it's changed or renovated. Some of the hotels they change or shut down or whatever, and there's new ones, but it's probably still there. I think it was like a Ramada Inn, and it had a New York Yankees symbol and we stayed there for a little bit when it was spring training. Their breakfast is delicious. Like that's what I would do. I'd wake up, I'd go to sleep, wake up early, go eat that breakfast. That'd probably be the first thing I do sometimes. Then I'd probably give it a little bit, go work out, train, or do it opposite, train first and then go eat the breakfast. I'd have to wake up early enough and find somewhere to do it. Go find me a park or something. I don't even need a gym. I could probably do that too. You know what I mean? Go pay them for a day and get a day pass and work out at a gym. Like that's what I want to do. And then that way I'm working all day with the Batman project, with the bat suit on, out in the street working. But like I said, like this is what I'm going to be doing. Like if I get this money, this is all I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be going to electric bike stores, any bicycle shops. I'm going to be looking at buying bicycles and learning how to order the electric kits and put them on. And they're going to have to teach me how to put them on there. They probably sell them. I want to learn all that stuff, bro. And I'm not talking about the new ones only that are expensive and you just put it on there and it becomes electric. I'm talking about I want to learn how to build these things with the old school, the actual electric kits where I know how to do it. Okay. And that's a lot. That's not easy. You know what I mean? Hold on. So I got a lot planned, man. I just need the money. And that's the thing. Like, that's what I'd be doing every day, everywhere in every city. And if I had a divine spouse and my girlfriend or whatever, like we'd be doing a whole lot of stuff that would be fun. It would be cool. You know what I mean? Like I know how to travel, I know how to move, I know what I'm doing. Like it'd be phenomenal. So I hope and pray to God for that, man. God knows I deserve it, man. Just like my dad said, if anybody deserves it, it's you. It's exactly what my father told me. You know what I mean? So it's the truth, So I believe God is going to do it. I truly do. But um, it's all I need, man. You know, I just need that, one more chance, and God already told me He's going to do it for me, so I believe Him. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I never doubt God, man. God has done so much for me, man. I mean, He's done so much for all of us. Don't we have a lot to be thankful for? I mean, truly. So that's what I would do though. And like I'd go straight to work and I'd be doing what I'm doing here. You know what I mean? But on a higher level, and like I'm telling you, I would get the bicycles. I figure out how to get the electric bike kits on them. I would even study the gas engines for them. And then I'd be looking into mechanical engineering. I want to learn how to do the metal shaping, how to build suspensions and frames for cars and all that. I want to learn how to build engines, and that's what I would be working on every day. While probably, I'd find some city and state where I want to open the restaurant with the full catering service and the food truck. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna open that and then probably get on the road. Like I could maybe do that in Austin and then get on the road and go to Arizona and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like New Orleans would be cool. We could do it in New Orleans too. Like I want to go to all them different places. New Orleans has casinos though, and I love casinos. That's the thing. So I'll love New Orleans. You know what I mean? But my whole point is like it ain't no place I ain't been. I came through New Orleans when I went to Green Bay. I don't remember. I experienced it for like a day. I was on the live stream. It was super cool. Remember, I was walking, talking. I met someone. I was talking to them about what I do. Like it was cool. But that's my whole point. Like I mean, it's gonna be phenomenal, man. If I just when I get this money, man. If I get this money, good luck, man. It's gonna be good luck, bro. It's gonna be amazing. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'd be spending my time doing. Like I'd figure out courses and classes to learn mechanical engineering. I would learn all the components that are safe for me to learn that I can learn. And I would just literally start, figuring out how to build all this stuff, because what you folks don't get, if I can just get to the point, like I said, just to start, I mean, I'll be able to afford motorcycles if I got the money and electric scooters and all that. So I can do this on different levels and try different things and see what works best. And I can use all different avenues: bikes, electric scooters, motorcycles. You understand? I mean, I want something that's fast enough and like off road that can really move and moves through different terrain. That's why I got to just build that pod. I want to learn how to build tanks, tumblers. Like if I have the money, I can even talk to the military and see what advice they can give me and learn about the aircraft paneling, like I said, and all the paneling that's strong as hell, and then figure out what materials are even stronger than that for everything that I'm building. uh I want to build tanks. So, and then I have to learn all the systems too. All of the systems I have to learn. So that's what I'm saying. Like I'm a student of the game. I would be basically studying I don't have to go to college. I don't have to go to a school. I would want to go to culinary school, but I don't have to go to college for none of this. I could do it for mechanical engineering, but I mean, the only way I'm doing that really is if I have to, or if it's, which I doubt, or if it's like a actual, course where they teach you right in front of you. That would be cool. That I would do. You know what I mean? But like that's my point. Like all my efforts are going to be in alignment with what I'm doing. And God already knows that. So God is not he's only going to give me opportunities that are in alignment with where I'm going and what I'm doing cuz this was his idea, That's what he told me. He said this was his idea. So it is what it is. And like my days would be full busy. I'd have a lot to do and I'd be able to spend time with my, divine spouse and significant other and be happy. That's all I want. You know what I mean? That's the thing. So like, I don't know. I just pray to God, please make it happen for me. That's all I can ask. It would be amazing. It'd be a dream come true, literally. You know what I mean? It's everything I ever wanted, and he's already done it halfway. You know what I mean? He didn't do it halfway. He did it, but this is just one of my dreams. I have other dreams. I'm already living my dream, man. I just want to live it, and get it to the level it needs to be. But that's all. I'm just trying to figure out how to do it, man. That's what folks don't get. Like that, it all requires money, man. If I had the money, I mean, then I could get this show on the road and I could start building. Because once I get going, if I get enough money, like if I get over 10 bands, I need more than that, probably at least around 25 to 30, plus even more than that. But probably I really need like 50 to 100. I need millions, But my point is, even at least if I could get over 10 bands, minimum at least 5 Gs, I mean, I think I could get on a roll somehow, possibly where I could keep building. Does that make sense? I would need that and like money on top of it though to like make the move and like, get me a spot somewhere and start there. Like I'm gonna need money. I gotta have over 10 bands. I need like 10 bands that I can use when I'm there and I've already paid for everything, all the living expenses and everything to have my own spot, stuff like that. Like if I could be fully operational and get going and have 10 bands, I think I could maybe do it. I could try to make it happen. I would have to work though. I'd have to find a job and God told me I ain't never gonna work for nobody again. That's the thing. I'm in a different phase than anybody. I got a different journey and a different walk. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. And I think the public will support it too. Like real talk. Like I really truly do. I think they'll support it. I think folks would do the same thing in different cities and states. I think they would drive by and hand me money just seeing me at work doing what I'm doing. I truly do. If they see me just walking, because I probably would do it just for fun sometimes, just to see what happens. So it is what it is, man. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna do my best to keep on, pushing forward and make it happen. And that's all God asks of us is to do our best. He didn't say it'd be easy, but he said he'd be with us. You know what I mean? So I'll talk to you in a minute, man. Be easy, all right? Talk to y'all later. But yeah, we doing pretty good with this, man. Like I said, I got to get up over that $100 threshold. Hopefully, we can accrue a little bit of interest and on time, and that's it. So we're gonna keep on moving forward. Like I said, we already up over $95, so I'm making it happen again. I continue to do the impossible right in front of you. So what's up? Exactly.